Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Sabrini binti Firdaus. My metric card number is 14 DEM 18F 1011. I have been undergoes internship for 20 weeks at Carey International Sdn Bhd. The introduction will be objective is to gain exposure and experience to become an assistant technician in real industry, to implement theories acquired in PMM into real practices, to gain new knowledge related to real work environment, to instill communication skills which include daily interaction with workers and related including technical writing. The company background, the company is located at Bandar Baru Bangi, Selangor, Malaysia. And this is the layout of this is the picture of in front of the carrier. The vision of carrier is to make a world a better place to live. We create and maintain comfortable, accessible, efficient, healthy, safe, secure, and sustainable environments and ensure the global food supply is transported and preserved for safe consumption. The mission is to be our first customer's choice for air conditioning, heating, and refrigeration solution everywhere in the world. This is the certified ISO until 2016, and this is the chart organization. This is a site plan and the product that they produce in CISB. Now they have 13 production line. For my training activities, this is done weekly, and I've provided some of the pictures and all of my weekly activities from my logbook. For week 2, this is for week 2, and this is for week 3. For week 4, I did some troubleshooting. And week 5, I have been taught on how to do the daily operator TPM checklist. This is week 6. I have done some inspection checklists. Week 7, troubleshooting and inspection checklist. Week 8, I did stock counting or a store work as a storeman. And this is week 9, troubleshooting and briefing the operators. Week 10, this is week 11. This is week 12. I assist on briefing the operators and went to EHNS meeting. Week 13, also briefing operators. Week 14, also briefing operators. Week 15. Week 16, learn about boilers and troubleshooting at eCode. Week 17. And this is the last week. This is mainly my work from home activities. So usually at home, I will be given tasks to edit the new checklist or edit the new pictures for the daily operator TPM SOP. For the technical report, I will mainly discuss on the projects or tasks that I have been assigned during my internship in CISB. Some of them are egg safety cardinal rules, eCode cell tank 121, eCode tank 101 and 102, and also a TPM checklist. For the first one is egg safety cardinal rules. Now, as you can see here, there's a lot of cardinal rules. First one will be lockout or takeout, or we call it LOTO. LOTO rules and procedures are established to follow for work on all electrical, mechanical, hydraulic, or pneumatic equipment. Zero energy state shall be verified after lockout or takeout and before conducting work. For the motor vehicles, all motor vehicles can only be driven by workers who has authorized license. All newly purchased or leased vehicles will be equipped with front and back seat belts. Seat belts will be worn during operation. Motorbikes and other 2 or 3 wheeled vehicles may not be used by a business entity without the authorization of the business united president and the vice president of EHNS. Forklifts are also installed with safety guidelines. Disciplinary action will be taken to whoever stands within the line. For the third one is machine guarding. Machine guarding are assembled on huge machineries to force stops machine when operation. If workers tend to open or bypass the guarding doors on purpose, workers shall use all guarding provided on any machine and shall not tamper with or disable any machine on equipment guarding. Workers shall not work in unguarded equipment when any part of his or her body can come in contact with moving or rotating parts. Now for suspended loads, no employee may work or pass under a suspended load. When guiding a load, employees must maintain line of sight with the operator and use an agreed upon effective form of communication. Usually in CISB, we usually say, I'm here or I'm here. to make sure that they're inside. And this is our form of communication while troubleshooting or while doing work. For the electrical safety, ground fault circuits interrupters will be used on all portable electrical tools and equipment. Repairs will not be made on live electrical equipment. Lockout or takeout procedures will be followed. All services maintenance or other workers who may be required to perform electrical work must be familiar with the carrier electrical fatality prevention checklist and have a copy readily available, and also be adequately trained. Prior to servicing equipment, a check must be made with a proximity voltage sensor to ensure that the frames or control enclosures of equipment being serviced are not energized. No grounding check is required for factories that have conducted grounding or GFCI inspection per SWI 004, otherwise checks for energized surfaces must be completed. For working at height, workers performing work at height greater than 1.3 meters or 6 feet will utilize fall protection and be familiar with the carrier working at height fatality prevention checklists. Fall protection or safety harness is not required when working on portable ladders, providing that the following applies. For the confined space will be identified and procedures will be developed and utilized for confined space entry on carrier facilities or at customer job sites. Workers may utilize customer confined space specific entry procedures if they are comprehensive. For the last one is powered industrial vehicles. All PIV must be driven only by workers with authorized license. All lifted trucks will be operated at the safe speed, which is 6 meters per hour or 10 km per hour in factories or other high pedestrian traffic areas. In high PIV traffic and pedestrian interface areas, designated walking aisles will be visibly identified and used by pedestrians will be required. All vehicles being unloaded or loaded by a PIV must be secured from movement. Now on in CISB we have a yellow line for pedestrian walks. So this is the only area that you can walk while having this PIV area secured. Now for the next of my project will be E-code anode cell tank 121. First picture, we shut down the machine main power supply, lock out the power supply control panel with HASP Lotto provided from maintenance department. By using a flat screwdriver, loosen the hose clamp screw to remove the pure water drain hose that act to drain the pure water when it is too high in level. Here, we use the ratchet socket set or cordless screwdriver with socket set to loose the nut that connect the electric cables to every single anode cells. Now here we dismantle the anode cell and bring for a soaking process at TK123 per minute rinse tank. Now here we soak the anode cell for about 1 hour before the cleaning process. Now the bacteria inside the anode cell is produced by the reaction from the cation chemical. The anode cell is inside of the membrane pipes, which is here. This is the membrane pipe. And the cell need to be used with clean water to discharge the DC electric uniformly to the condenser. Here, this is we insert the long steel pipe, then spray inside the membrane pipe with the high pressure water jet to remove the sludge. We spray the membrane pipe with high pressure water jet to remove the sticking paint. And here is the white sludge bacteria that produced from the anode cells after the cleaning process. For the third project that I have been assisting is E-code acid bright tank 101 and tank 102. Now here, the chemical reaction for the acid bright is too strong, so we need to do a preventive maintenance at the tank. Now we usually do this around 3 times a month, 3 months once, or if necessary. Here we use a WD-40 to lubricate the acid bright reaction at the ball valve. Use the flat spanner or chisel to scrape the stain. And then using a completely safety attire, safety boots, safety goggles, safety mask, and safety gloves. By using a ladder to get into the tank, take the pipe wrench and then loose the union pipe that attach the pipe stopper, as you can see in the picture. For the third one, we pull out the pipe spray from the bracket that holds it at the tank. And we use the cordless hand drill and long cylinder steel pipe to clear up the clog stains. Now here we use the Makita reciprocating pipe cutter and saw the end of the pipe which got the stopper at the top. This is to make the cleaning process easier. Now here we use the cordless hand drill to remove the clog stain inside of the pipe stain properly. And then we sweep up, and then we actually wait about 1 hour until the PVC gum get dry and hardened. We put the gum before we put the gum, which is the weld on 717 PVC gum, to attach the union pipe to the stopper pipe, and then wait for 1 hour, and then we assemble back to the spray pipe to the union pipe that attach the main pipe. And then we check all the connection properly by asking the operator to run the process. Usually we run it 3 times or 4. And we service the main pipe and transfer the exit bright into the spray tank. By using the pipe wrench, dismantle the union pipe that connects to the main pipe, and then we do the cleaning process by using flat screwdriver or chisel by spraying the clog stain with contact cleaner. Now this is mainly my work from home activities, which is TPM checklist, schedule, and score sheet. We have 13 lines in total in CISB, and we need to do checklists for every single one of them, every single machine. As you can see here, we have the checkpoint, which is light curtain, or we need to check the hydraulic pressure, or either the emergency buttons working. And I have been doing this project since I start intern in CISB and until now. And until now, we have completed 8 lines out of 13, and then I completed my internship. And I think that's pretty progressive for me. So mainly in home, my work from home activities will be this. We have 13 lines, and I will send all of my work via email to my supervisor. Now, the finding of my industrial training is I have been exposed about real working environment practices and able to link the theories that I've learned in lecture room. And I also been able to get into depth with the task that has been assigned using the format that has been set by CISB. The conclusion, my training experience is I develop talent and interest on every task. I'm able to improve my self-confidence because after we did the checklist, we actually need to brief the operators on how to use the checklist. And by doing so, I interact with a lot of professional people, with a lot of operators, with a lot of supervisors, and I've been able to improve my self-confidence on communication. I also been able to gain new knowledge and improve skills in technical communication management and teamwork. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great day ahead. Assalamualaikum.